President Obama gives Hillary Clinton a rhetorical pass on the email scandal, but he guarantees no political interference in the FBI investigation. This is Special Report. Good evening, welcome to Washington. I'm Brett Baer. President Obama says Hillary Clinton's email transgressions were careless, but not dangerous to national security. At the same time, he is vigorously denying any suggestion that politics will influence the Justice Department's probe into whether Clinton's behavior broke the law. The president made the comments to Chris Wallace on Fox News Sunday. Correspondent Kevin Corke begins our coverage tonight from the White House.
Hands off. That's the position the White House maintains it has concerning the ongoing investigation into the private email server of former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, which is the target of probes from the FBI and a pair of federal inspectors general.
The president does have confidence that those prosecutors and other investigators will exercise their independent judgment, that they'll set politics aside and they'll focus on the facts of the case.
I guarantee that there is no political influence in any investigation conducted by the Justice Department or the FBI, not just in this case, but in any case.
And she will be
full stop, period.
And she will be treated no differently.
Guaranteed, full stop.
The president's comments in that Fox News Sunday interview seemed to downplay Clinton's behavior, having a private, non-secure email server set up in her home, and then, despite warnings, using it to conduct State Department business.
I continue to believe that she has not jeopardized America's national security. Now, what I've also said is that, and she's acknowledged, that there's a carelessness in terms of managing emails that she has owned and she recognizes.
A statement that's led to even more questions among journalists. Like, is the president signaling that he knows something the public doesn't? How could he possibly know whether the secretary did or did not, in fact, jeopardize national security?
The president has neither sought nor received a confidential briefing or confidential information about the ongoing investigation. The president's knowledge about this situation is based entirely on public reporting.
So was Clinton careless, as the president put it, or downright negligent in her use of the private email server? Consider over 2,000 emails on the secretary's homebrewed server contained classified information, and 22 included top secret information.
There's classified and then there's classified. There's stuff that is really top secret, and there's stuff that is being presented to the president or the Secretary of State that you might not want on the transom or going out over the wire, but is basically stuff that you could get in open source.
Interesting back and forth there, Brett. Now, there are a lot of people out there, analysts we're talking about, who feel like the president was trying to give Clinton a little political cover in his comments on Fox News Sunday. But there are others who feel like by using the expression careless or carelessness, he may have actually caused her even more trouble because, at least in the legal sense, careless could mean liable. Brett?
Kevin Corke live on the North Lawn. Kevin, thank you. Let's take a deeper look now at how the Clinton email system was set up and how the president factors in. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge is with us tonight. Good evening, Catherine.
Well, thank you, Brett. Former senior intelligence officials say classification is pretty clear-cut. The intelligence agency that gets the information owns the information and has final say on classification. The responsibility of the security clearance holder, whether it's a rank-and-file government employee or a cabinet secretary, is to protect classified information even if it appears in news reports.
Classified information, the level of classification of information is not fungible. It's determined by the originating organization. It is negotiable, during the process, but it's not fungible. It is in fact concrete.
In January, the intelligence community watchdog notified Congress that the Clinton emails contained intelligence beyond top secret, including information from closely held government programs known as special access programs. The CIA provided sworn declarations to that effect. 19 emails between Mr. Obama and then Secretary of State Clinton are being withheld from public release, citing executive branch discussions. Legal experts now question whether Mr. Obama may have a personal conflict.
If there's the possibility, and it looks like there is evidence, that he was in some sense involved in what happened, was aware of what happened, could potentially be a witness to what happened, he shouldn't be making public statements prejudging the outcome of something that he could have personal involvement in.
Today, the White House spokesman acknowledged that Mr. Obama was exchanging emails with then Secretary Clinton, but didn't realize at the time she was using a private, unsecured personal server exclusively for government business.
While the president was certainly aware of her email address, he was not aware of the system that had been put in place to support it.
Ernest also emphasized today that the president does not do a lot of business on email because his work can be described as either classified or at least sensitive. And when Mr. Obama does do email, unlike Mrs. Clinton, he uses a government account, Brett.